What's good? What's good? This is Stika. This is Stika the podcast. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Hey, I appreciate all the love and support. Como están, mi gente? Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Whatever time it is, welcome to the channel. Hey, man. I remember when I was, doing my music at the very beginning stages, right? I was so concerned about how many people will follow me, how many likes am I getting, how my views are looking like. I was never really focused on the fact of just produce good music and be consistent. Like you can't put out one record now and then wait maybe a month later and put another one. No, you got to be a little more consistent in that. Put out the record, promote it, put a little visual to it, promote it more, give away some material every once in a while if needed. When I mean my material, I ain't talking about like give out your whole CD. I'm talking about give out a shout out. Hey, appreciate this person for sharing my stuff. Go follow them, like that kind of stuff, right? And I'm guilty of this. I'll be honest, and I know a lot of artists probably won't be honest about this. How many of y'all have actually purchased views just to get your numbers right so you could be... So it's crazy when we purchase these views because in our mind we think we're doing something, right? Because now a certain person that could potentially be a fan be like, oh, they got 30,000 views or 30,000 likes or whatever, and they're going to listen to me and become a fan. But it never really works like that. And I'm gonna tell you why. So let's say, for example, right, if I'm an upcoming artist, I put my music out there and I got 1 million streams and I got a show coming up. I don't got 1 million fans really listening to me and looking out for me because I purchased these. I made it look a certain way. So I was watching this one podcast. I'm gonna drop the link in my description. I can't remember the name of it right now on top of my head, so I do apologize, but I'm gonna drop the link in my description. They're talking about rUSS. rUSS talks about the numbers being, they're messing with the numbers, bruh. The numbers should not be messed with, and there's a reason for that. In the industry, sometimes they have to, finesse the system. Let's just say that. They have to put certain people in places, and if they're popping just enough, they gotta get their money back. So they're looking at it, hey, we gotta make this look good. But the only problem with that, when you have a show, are the tickets selling. Are you like a 50 Cent that could pack an arena and just sell out? Because a lot of upcoming artists are having that issue. And why? Because this whole purchasing these streams that make you look good. And I think the streams are good and it's bad. The good thing about streams is because you can reach out. Like let's say you got Spotify, Apple, whatever, wherever you distribute your music through, right? It's out there. So instead of just being a local star or whatever, you could become something bigger in a different country. And your numbers might just shoot up on a different country, just organically because you are promoting it the correct way. There's ways you go about it the right way. Like instead of purchasing, like let's say for example, on Spotify, you're trying to get 20,000, it looks like 20,000 plays or whatever, the numbers, it's just a number game. So it looks good. So when a person that's just coming into your page, they're like, oh, he's popping already. Let me check him out. So like anything in life, right? It's like if everybody's going in that direction, everybody's just, following the direction. Not many leaders exist. So when rUSS is breaking it down, he's exposing the industry for a lot of things. And I don't know how safe that is for him, because when you got an artist, and we've seen this happen before, we've seen this story happen so many times when the artist was involved in the industry and got out the, those contracts, it always seems that something always happens to them. If they break the standard, if they're doing something because they found out something when they were under a label, and now they're trying to spread that message of this is what you can do. Prime example, I know that y'all probably seen the Tory Lanez where he's talking about I think he was talking about internet. I don't know, but he was talking about something, and he said he broke the internet, and the way that he was making money, his fans were making money. So do you think that record labels really want to push that? And I don't know how big the record labels are now these days, because a lot of people are doing it independently because, like I said, streaming is good to a certain extent. But the bad thing about streaming is that if you're one of them people that can't just build it organically and you really trying to make it look like you're already popping, the downfall to that, if you purchase any kind of services to make it look like you're popping, what happens? When you get booked for a show, what happened to all them people that are listening to your music? You don't really have a cult following because you never really had one to start off with. And that was one of my biggest flaws when I first started. Yeah, I had a few fans, more family and friends supporting the music. But when I did meet a new fan, instead of like just getting their information, building their rapport and following up with that fan, I dropped the ball and I said, I want more fans. But I never got to really interact with my fans like, hey, I appreciate the support, or give them a shout out. If they start following me on my social media, and then follow them or give them a shout out because they went in good support, to pictures, did whatever you're supposed to do just to make them feel like they're part of something. And those are the small things that I think as artists, we always fail. Like, if you think about it, right? Let's say you're at a show, you're performing for your first time in a long time. Like me, let's just take me for example. I haven't performed in a while, but if I go hit the stage, I perform. Now, the way I think now, I'm gonna take anybody that shakes my hand or whatever, and we meet and we take pictures. I'm gonna take a picture, let them follow me on Instagram. I'll follow them. It doesn't bother me. Whoever follows whoever, post them on my story. Be like, hey, I appreciate the love and support from such and such. You were out there supporting my music. I saw that you vibe with it, whatever. And then hit them on the message, be like, hey, check out my other music. Here's my other links. And then here, I'll send you a song, just so you could get a taste of what you heard. But we as artists, we get caught up in the fact that we already made it, that we forget that, hey, wait a minute, pump the brakes. We haven't made it just yet. And even if you made it, you still got to be able to build those relationships with your fans. And like I said, it becomes difficult, but whatever you do, man, just grind it out. I think rUSS is a prime example of he just grinded out. He put out a record every week, and he did it in different formats, in different ways, and he built his catalog, but he also built his fan base. So when the record label came to him, it's more like he didn't need the record label. The record work with him because they were like, okay, this is a benefit for us. It's less work we have to do. But they're still BSing around with him, man. Leave rUSS alone, man. He's one of those artists that we need in the industry to explain how the music works. And I appreciate that. Because now when I come out with a record, I have an idea how to approach it. Not like back in the days, I put out a record and I'm like, hey, move on to the next one or just take a break. No, consistency. Continue working and grinding it out. Hey, there's going to be moments where you feel like this is not working. Trust me, I've been there before. But you just got to keep pushing to the next record. There's going to be days that you don't even feel like recording music. But you got to just keep pushing, man. I listen to music all the time, especially my music, and I'm always working on it. I'm a perfectionist. But when the music is ready, I'm always like, okay, move on to the next one, and let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's keep building. But I'm going to drop that link in my description. Y'all can check it out. I think it's good information for the upcoming artists that's coming up. And don't buy views, man. I don't do that in my podcast at all. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna grind it out. I don't care if I put out 10,000 videos and I just got 10,000 followers and 10,000 subscribers. I did the work. No machine behind me. I did it. That's what I want to say. I did this because it's organically. Nothing was fabricated. I didn't mess with no numbers. And at times I'm like, man, that would look good. Nah, man. You never know what's gonna take off. One of my videos that I talk about when I gave up alcohol is one of my highest views videos. I mean, it has the most comments. And it's crazy because I'm like, I never thought that me talking about me giving up alcohol was going to take off. So you just never know. It's like the music. You don't never know what record's going to take off. Don't let some person that you barely even know that tell you, oh, this record sucks or whatever. Man, just put it out there. Let's see what the world thinks. Let the world decide what is good for the world. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Hey, do me a favor, man. Subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente up the side. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, one. What's good? What's good? Hey, this is Stico. Hey, somewhere on here, there's a link to my music page. Y'all go check out the music. We got video, visuals. We got audio. Trust me, we got some dope music. When you get a chance, subscribe to that channel as well. The music is on there. Hey, let's keep this rolling, man. Y'all know what it is, man. This is Stico. All right, one.